Senator Mitch McConnell made a subtle comment on President-elect Donald Trump in a speech Saturday night during the annual Reagan National Defense Forum at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library. The Kentucky senator said some influential voices today are ignoring the threats posed by China and Russia and ignoring the historical lessons of the Cold War. It has become a trend these days within the party that Ronald Reagan once led so brilliantly to say that the role of global leadership is no longer America's, McConnell said. He highlighted this through Politico, which reported that people gave him a standing ovation after he finished speaking. McConnell indirectly mentioned Trump's slogan, "Make America Great Again," and said, "America cannot be made great by people who are simply content to manage our declining fortunes." In his speech, McConnell criticized some elements of the Republican and Democratic parties and said both are promoting a dangerous fiction that creates a false perception about the U.S. position in global politics. He said, "A dangerous misconception is growing on both sides of our politics, that America's primacy and leadership are self-sustaining." McConnell cited NATO and Indo-Pacific allies that are renewing their defense commitments and said some now question whether America's role should be at the center of these institutions and partnerships. McConnell, who after leaving his role as GOP leader is set to become chair of the Senate Defense Appropriations Panel, which helps regulate the Pentagon's budget, said in his speech that we need generational investments in the national defense enterprise and improve weapons production. The Pentagon is not prepared to meet the demands of the protracted or multi-theater conflict, he said. He also expressed concern about the lack of a defense industrial base. McConnell urged patriotic companies to immediately expand production capacity and not wait for contracts. He said, "We will have to rapidly adopt new technologies and simultaneously expand our production capacity." He said these things because he believed that if America has to maintain its role as a global leader, we would have to make massive reforms and investments in our defense sector.